Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're unpacking a story that's been simmering in the reggae world for decades. After 30 years, Gregory Isaacs' wife finally confirms the long-whispered rumors about a mistress. Yep, the cool ruler wasn't only ruling stages, but also sparking controversy in his personal life. We'll walk through Gregory's real relationships, what his legal wife said, and what changed now that she's spoken out. And don't worry, no melodrama without facts, but we'll sprinkle in a little humor too, because even reggae legends have messy love stories. Gregory Isaacs, a quick background. Gregory Anthony Isaacs was born on July 15, 1951, in Fletcher's Land, Kingston, Jamaica. He grew up in a modest household, mainly raised by his mother after his father left, surrounded by the soulful sounds of Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, and Benny King, coming from a rented radio in his home. Music was a constant companion and a beacon of possibility in a neighborhood known for its grit and tight-knit community. Early on, Gregory showed an uncanny ability to mimic and interpret these classic voices, hinting at the singer he would become. As a teenager, he participated in local talent competitions, building his performance skills while testing the waters of Jamaica's music scene. In 1968, he recorded his first track, a duet with Winston Sinclair called Another Heartache. While not a chart topper, it marked the start of a prolific recording career. Shortly after, he joined a vocal trio known as the Concords. The group did not last long, but it was a valuable step in Gregory's development, helping him navigate the music industry and hone his stage presence. By 1973, Gregory Isaacs co-founded the record label and shop African Museum with fellow artist Errol Dunkley. This venture allowed him to produce his own music and support other artists, giving him more control over his career. His first big hit under this label, My Only Lover, is recognized as one of the pioneering tracks in the lovers rock genre, blending romantic lyrics with reggae rhythms in a way that would define much of his work. Through the 1970s, Isaacs recorded with numerous top Jamaican producers, including Alvin Ranglin, Gussie Clarke, Lee Scratch Perry, and Winston "Niney" Holness. He demonstrated versatility, alternating between roots reggae, lovers rock, and other subgenres, reflecting the depth of his talent and his ability to appeal to a wide audience. In 1974, his song Love Is Overdue hit #1 in Jamaica, cementing his status as a rising star. Subsequent hits like All I Have Is Love, Lonely Soldier, and Extra Classic reinforced his position in the music scene. By the late 1970s, Gregory Isaacs had become a key figure in reggae, both in Jamaica and abroad. He toured internationally, performing in the UK and the United States, and sharing stages with prominent reggae artists. His album, Cool Ruler, released through Virgin Records' subsidiary, Frontline in 1978, gave him the nickname that would stick for life. The title track showcased his smooth vocal style and became synonymous with his persona, solidifying his reputation as the cool ruler. Isaacs' early career highlighted not only his musical talent, but also his entrepreneurial spirit. He managed his own label, recorded consistently, and maintained a presence in both romantic and socially conscious music. Even at this stage, Gregory Isaacs demonstrated a balance between personal expression and commercial appeal, setting the foundation for his enduring legacy in reggae music. His ability to blend emotion, rhythm, and storytelling in his songs made him a standout artist whose influence would continue for decades. Personal life in the spotlight. Gregory Isaacs' personal life was complicated, full of loyalty, struggle, and rumors that followed him for decades. He was legally married to June Ann Isaacs, known simply as June, and she played a pivotal role in his life and career. They met in the early 1980s when she was training to become a teacher in Kingston, Jamaica. Their connection was immediate. She often recalls his charm, the way he dressed sharply, and the smooth confidence that came with being the cool ruler. They married on December 1st, 1983, and tried to balance a public life in the reggae spotlight with the intimacy of home and family. Despite their bond, their marriage faced intense challenges. Gregory struggled with cocaine addiction, and this created tension that sometimes spilled into the public eye. June has described nights filled with worry, sleepless hours, and the fear of how far his behavior might go. The stress of these struggles was compounded by early legal troubles, including an arrest for firearms possession. Yet she remained steadfast, often navigating Gregory's turbulence with patience and care. While married to June, rumors of a second woman circulated for years. One of the central figures in these stories was Linda Smith, Gregory's UK manager. Media reports frequently labeled Linda as his wife, which fueled public speculation about bigamy. In reality, Linda and Gregory were deeply involved, but they were never legally married. At one point, she even changed her name to Isaacs by deed poll, adding complexity to the narrative. June has confirmed that while Gregory maintained a relationship with Linda, he never formally ended his marriage with her, and she considered herself the primary partner. The media frenzy around Gregory's private life sometimes overshadowed his music. Rumors of affairs and the mystery surrounding his relationships became a regular topic in Jamaican tabloids and music magazines. Even so, June often emphasized that she and Gregory maintained a partnership built on mutual understanding and love, despite the challenges. She acknowledged his charisma and the temptations that came with fame, but also highlighted his loyalty in key moments, showing that relationships were not always as black and white as the headlines suggested. After Gregory passed away in 2010, June continued to honor his legacy. She founded the Gregory Isaacs Foundation and organizes the annual Red Rose for Gregory concert to support people recovering from substance abuse. These efforts highlight the positive impact she has had on both preserving his musical heritage and supporting causes that mattered deeply to him. June has also shared intimate reflections about their marriage, including strict rules he placed to protect her from exposure to drugs, showing a mix of love, control, and concern that characterized their long union. In essence, Gregory Isaacs' personal life was marked by love, struggle, and the ongoing public fascination with his private affairs. His legal marriage to June was central, enduring through addiction, rumors, and public scrutiny. While relationships with others added complexity, June remained the anchor, navigating both the challenges and triumphs that came with being married to one of reggae's most iconic figures. Understanding this dynamic offers a deeper perspective on Gregory as not just a performer, but a man balancing love, ambition, and personal demons. The rumors that refused to die. For decades, whispers followed Gregory Isaacs like a shadow. Rumors of a secret mistress and a hidden life would pop up in media and fan discussions often, and they never fully went away. Even in his heyday, the cool ruler was no stranger to controversy, and his private life became nearly as talked about as his music. The main rumor centered on Linda Smith, his UK manager. She and Gregory were deeply involved for years, and he reportedly called her his wife in private. She even changed her last name to Isaacs through a legal process, adding to the speculation. However, despite the emotional bond, they were never legally married. Linda made it clear that while they shared a serious relationship, she held no formal marital status. June Isaacs, Gregory's legal wife, addressed these rumors directly. She confirmed that Linda was in the picture, but denied any claims of bigamy. According to her, Gregory never divorced her, and their marriage remained intact. June has remarked that Gregory was careful enough not to get into legal trouble over relationships, suggesting he knew the consequences. Rumors extended beyond the two wives narrative. Gregory's charisma and celebrity status fueled speculation, and some media outlets blurred the lines between professional and personal relationships. The ambiguity surrounding Linda's role, sometimes called his wife, sometimes his partner, intensified public fascination. Linda spoke candidly about her relationship with Gregory. She explained that he asked her to adopt his last name and that she was considered his wife in their private world. It was a relationship built on trust and emotion, but not official in the eyes of the law. This made it complicated for outsiders to interpret. After Gregory passed away in 2010, the story didn't end. Linda defended herself, clarifying that their relationship was meaningful but not legally binding. She insisted that Gregory had control over who he communicated with, and that her role in his life was genuine. Meanwhile, June remained the anchor, preserving his legacy and maintaining her position as his official spouse. Fans and the public were fascinated by these stories. The rumors added layers to Gregory Isaacs' persona, creating a sense of mystique. It wasn't just about his music. People wanted to know who he was behind the spotlight. The contrasting accounts from June and Linda made the narrative more human, showing love, loyalty, and imperfection all coexisting. Ultimately, the rumors never fully died because the truth was messy. June and Linda each presented different perspectives, both credible in their own ways. The complexity of Gregory Isaacs' private life reflected his larger-than-life personality. A man who loved intensely, faced struggles openly, and lived in ways that defied simple categorization. These lingering whispers have become part of his story, a testament to a life lived fully, imperfectly, and passionately. Statements from friends and associates. In any deep dive into Gregory Isaacs' life, you can't skip what the people around him said. And trust me, there were plenty of voices with stories. Looking at what his friends, producers, and collaborators shared gives us a richer sense of who he was beyond the stage, and how those closest to him saw his personal struggles and relationships. One significant voice comes from Winston "Niney" Holness, a longtime producer who worked with Isaacs on several tracks. Holness remembered him not just for his artistry, but for his nature. There was no man like Gregory. He was one of a kind. According to Holness, Gregory used to draw inspiration from real-life drama, card games, arguments, the messiness of life, and turn those moments into songs. That comment speaks to a deeper truth. His art was messy because life was. Another truth-teller was Dr. Dread, Gary Hamelfarb, who produced some of Gregory's music and had a close, complicated bond with him. Dread once said that Gregory was on a whole other level than your typical Jamaican artist, noting his brilliance at writing, his way of reading a room, and even how he could sit down at a piano and compose something magical out of thin air. But Dread didn't just see the artist, he saw the man. He talked about Gregory's addiction openly, how he used drugs both to dull pain and to keep people at arm's length. He described moments in the studio where Gregory clashed intensity with vulnerability, and where even a gun was pulled in a moment of heated tension. Despite it all, Dread held admiration. He accepted Gregory with both his genius and his demons. Then there's Roger Steffens, the reggae historian and DJ who spent late nights interviewing Gregory. He painted a picture of a man haunted but deeply human. In their interview, Gregory spoke about being busted more than 50 times, about the vampires of the industry, and how drugs hijacked not just his earnings, but his emotional world. Steffens said Gregory told him these things in fits and starts, between songs and laughter. He described him as generous, giving treats to children in his old neighborhood, but also deeply tortured by his creativity and addiction. And then there's Dr. Dread again, from a different angle. He recalled stories of women coming to Gregory's hotel room after shows, some staying all night, others leaving when things got too wild. According to Dread, Gregory would laugh, lean back, and say things like, "Everyone wants to get close to me." But Dread understood it wasn't just about popularity. It was about a longing, a loneliness, and a desire for something he felt he might never fully deserve. Finally, people who knew him publicly echoed these complexities in other ways. Label executives recalled how Gregory could be difficult to deal with, but also how deeply passionate he was. One producer once said, Gregory wasn't driven simply by money. Sometimes he turned down big offers because money wasn't his first concern. For him, fame was a double-edged sword. He needed it, but it also brought temptations and chaos. When you put together the perspectives of Niney, Dr. Dread, Roger Steffens, and other close associates, you get a picture of Gregory Isaacs that is both awe-inspiring and painfully human. He was a musical genius whose creativity was born out of personal struggle. His addiction, love affairs, and personal demons didn't just influence his music, they were his music. So yeah, when people talk about his relationships, the rumors, the pain, the loyalty, these weren't idle gossip. The people who worked with him and loved him saw it all, and their memories give weight to what his wife confirmed later. Gregory Isaacs was more than a cool ruler on stage. To his friends, he was a complex soul caught between love, lust, creativity, and the pressure of a life lived loudly. Public and media reaction. Gregory Isaacs' personal life and rumors about a possible mistress didn't stay private for long. As one of Jamaica's most iconic reggae figures, every whisper about him became news, and tabloids, music magazines, and radio shows jumped at the chance to cover it. His relationships, addictions, and legal troubles became fodder for discussion across the island and overseas. Fans were always curious. Many couldn't understand how a man so smooth and charismatic could lead such a turbulent personal life. Online forums, fan pages, and letters to editors often debated whether June or Linda held the real claim to Gregory's heart. This curiosity was fueled in part by Gregory's own mystique. He had a reputation for charm and flirtation, and that image lent credibility to speculation about his love life. The media played a major role in shaping public perception. Newspapers often ran sensational headlines about Gregory Isaacs' romantic entanglements, sometimes presenting Linda as a secret wife. Music magazines would analyze his lyrics, suggesting that certain songs were inspired by illicit love affairs. Radio DJs occasionally teased listeners with playful speculation about which woman inspired their latest track. While the coverage entertained fans, it also contributed to confusion, blurring lines between truth, rumor, and storytelling. Some journalists criticized the relentless focus on his private life. They argued that his talent and contributions to reggae were being overshadowed by gossip. Music historians and cultural commentators pointed out that Gregory Isaacs was a pioneer in lovers rock and roots reggae, influencing countless artists. His work brought Jamaican music to international audiences and earned him titles like Cool Ruler and Reggae Icon. In that context, debates about his love life, while fascinating, sometimes distract from the legacy he built on stage. Public reactions were not limited to admiration or gossip. There were also moral critiques. Some people condemned his relationships outside of his legal marriage. Others criticized media outlets for exploiting his private struggles, including addiction, to sell stories. Fans often found themselves torn, enjoying the music, feeling empathy for his struggles, yet curious about the scandalous side of his life. This duality made Gregory Isaacs both human and mythical in the public imagination. Social commentary also emerged in the form of interviews with friends, collaborators, and contemporaries. Many defended his behavior by pointing to the pressures of fame and the challenges of being an artist in a demanding industry. They highlighted his generosity, kindness, and dedication to music as counterpoints to the rumors. For some observers, this created a fuller picture, a man flawed but gifted, a life that could not easily be categorized as simply scandalous or virtuous. After he died in 2010, the public response shifted slightly. Fans mourned, celebrated his music, and acknowledged the personal battles he endured. Memorials, tribute concerts, and articles in international publications revisited both his artistic brilliance and the complicated personal narrative. Rumors lingered, but they were often framed within the larger story of a life lived fully and imperfectly. Ultimately, public and media reactions to Gregory Isaacs were a mixture of fascination, admiration, and critique. They reflected the complexity of his persona, the artistry, the charm, the struggles, and the contradictions. Fans and journalists alike couldn't stop talking about him because his life, both on and off the stage, was compelling. His love life may have sparked gossip, but it also humanized an icon, making his story more relatable and enduring. June Isaacs finally speaks out. After decades of rumors and speculation, June Isaacs decided to address the long-standing questions about her marriage and Gregory Isaacs' personal life. Her statements carried authority. She was, after all, his legal wife and the person who lived with him through the highs and lows of fame, addiction, and controversy. When she spoke publicly, people listened. June emphasized the difference between legal marriage and emotional attachments. While she acknowledged that Gregory had other women in his life, including Linda Smith, she made it clear that none of those relationships ever legally ended her marriage. She described her years with Gregory as a mix of love, resilience, and constant navigation of a high-pressure lifestyle. She painted a picture of a man both charming and flawed, a genius in music, yet human in his vulnerabilities. June shared intimate details that had never appeared in media reports before. She spoke about the stress of living with Gregory during his addiction, the sleepless nights, and the fear that he might spiral out of control. She also revealed that Gregory had strict rules for her safety, forbidding drug use in the home and limiting certain behaviors. While these measures could seem controlling, June framed them as protective acts in the context of the challenges they faced together. Her statements also tackled the rumors head-on. June clarified that Linda Smith, while a significant presence in Gregory's life, was never legally his wife. She explained that the confusion arose partly because Gregory had asked Linda to adopt his surname, creating the impression of a marriage in the public eye. June emphasized that, despite appearances, their legal marriage was intact until Gregory's death. June reflected on the emotional complexity of their relationship. She spoke about the loyalty it required, both from her and Gregory, and the compromises they made to maintain a bond under scrutiny. She also addressed the public curiosity, noting that the attention often made personal life more difficult, yet it was the price of being married to a globally recognized figure. The timing of her statements was important. By waiting until years after Gregory's passing, June could speak with clarity and perspective, unpressured by the immediacy of scandal. She highlighted that her goal was not to create controversy, but to set the record straight, honor Gregory's legacy, and give fans a truthful account of the man behind the music. June's voice added depth to the story. Until she spoke, much of the public narrative was speculative or shaped by media interpretation. Her reflections reminded people that Gregory's life was multifaceted, brilliant, troubled, loving, and sometimes chaotic. Her account underscored that, while rumors may entertain, they rarely capture the full reality. Ultimately, June Isaacs' public statements helped close a chapter of speculation. She acknowledged the difficulties, the infidelities, and the misunderstandings, but she also celebrated the love and dedication that defined her marriage. By speaking out, she preserved Gregory's memory while providing clarity for fans, historians, and anyone intrigued by the mysteries that surrounded the cool ruler. Her voice turned rumor into narrative, offering insight into a complicated life without sensationalism. The Mistress rumor confirmed. After more than 3 decades of speculation, the rumors surrounding Gregory Isaacs' relationships received a form of confirmation from June Isaacs herself. While the news may have shocked some fans, June approached the topic with honesty, explaining the context and the emotional reality behind the long-standing whispers. June acknowledged that Gregory had maintained a significant relationship with Linda Smith, his UK manager, while their legal marriage continued. She described it as a complicated situation shaped by the demands of fame, the distance between them, and the temptations inherent in Gregory's lifestyle. This candid acknowledgement was the first time a close family member openly confirmed that a secondary relationship existed. The revelation didn't paint Gregory as purely unfaithful. June made it clear that these relationships were part of the complex human experience, a mix of love, emotional needs, and circumstances. She emphasized that despite the involvement of other women, her marriage to Gregory was real, and their bond endured through highs and lows. Her confirmation provided clarity for fans who had long speculated but lacked first-hand information. June also offered insight into how she navigated the emotional toll. She explained that she had to balance acceptance, patience, and self-respect. Her approach to the situation was rooted in understanding the pressures that came with being married to a globally recognized artist. Fans could see through her narrative that maintaining composure and perspective was not only difficult, but necessary to protect her own well-being. The confirmation of the Mistress rumors sparked media attention once again. Journalists revisited decades-old stories, fact-checked previous speculation, and compared them with June's statements. It provided a rare opportunity for the public to hear from someone directly involved, cutting through years of hearsay. The response was mixed. Some fans expressed surprise or disappointment, while others appreciated June's honesty and her ability to speak with dignity and clarity. Linda Smith's role also received renewed attention. June's acknowledgement did not diminish the significance of Linda's involvement, but framed it in a truthful context. Linda had been a close companion to Gregory, and their relationship was evidently meaningful. By confirming this, June helped reconcile differing narratives and allowed fans to understand that while the situation was unconventional, it was not malicious or hidden in a way that undermined the primary marriage. The broader impact of June's statement extended beyond the gossip. It highlighted the human complexity behind celebrity relationships and the challenges that arise when private matters become public spectacles. June's honesty humanized Gregory Isaacs further, showing him as a man capable of deep love and complicated choices. For many, this acknowledgement made his story richer, a mixture of triumph, flaw, and humanity. Ultimately, June's confirmation of the Mistress rumor was not about scandal, it was about truth. It offered context, preserved her dignity, and gave fans and historians a clearer view of Gregory Isaacs' personal life. Her statement reminds us that celebrity lives are rarely simple, and that love, loyalty, and human error often coexist. Through her voice, the public finally gained clarity on a story that had lingered for more than 30 years, closing a long chapter of speculation with honesty and grace, legacy and lessons learned. Gregory Isaacs' life was complex, filled with triumph, talent, struggle, and personal drama. As fans reflect on the confirmation of the long-standing Mistress rumors, it's clear that his story offers more than gossip. It's a look at human imperfection, resilience, and the lasting impact of a musical legacy. His influence on reggae music is undeniable. Known as the Cool Ruler, Gregory Isaacs helped define lovers' rock and roots reggae, blending smooth vocals with deeply emotional storytelling. He created songs that connected with listeners worldwide, transcending cultural and geographic boundaries. Hits like Night Nurse, Rumors, and Love Is Overdue remain staples in reggae playlists, showcasing his unique ability to translate life experiences into music. His artistry continues to inspire new generations of musicians and fans alike. Gregory's personal life, including his relationships and struggles with addiction, also provides lessons. June Isaacs' transparency about his affair with Linda Smith sheds light on the realities of human desire and imperfection. Even those we admire and consider icons are complicated people, balancing love, ambition, and mistakes. June's ability to speak honestly about these challenges demonstrates resilience, self-respect, and an understanding of nuance. All qualities worth noting when considering relationships in any context. Another takeaway is the importance of perspective. Gregory's life reminds us that fame intensifies everything, from love and loyalty to conflict and personal choices. Public scrutiny can distort reality, making private matters public entertainment. June's careful communication and thoughtful confirmation of the rumors show the power of owning your story and setting the record straight, even decades later. Gregory's struggles with addiction offer additional lessons. While his cocaine use and personal demons complicated his relationships, they also fueled some of his creative genius. It's a reminder that human complexity often comes with contradiction. The same traits that challenge us can also contribute to greatness. His story encourages empathy and understanding, even as it highlights the consequences of addiction and the importance of support systems in navigating it. Finally, Gregory Isaacs' legacy is about the music he left behind and the lives he touched. Annual tribute concerts like the Red Rose for Gregory continue to honor him, raising awareness for addiction recovery and celebrating his contributions to culture. June Isaacs' role in maintaining this legacy demonstrates how one person can shape the narrative around a loved one, emphasizing dignity, truth, and love over sensationalism. In essence, Gregory Isaacs' life is both a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration. It teaches us about the power of music, the reality of human imperfection, and the importance of compassion. His relationships, talent, struggles, and triumphs all intertwine to create a story that is far richer than rumors or headlines. Looking at the bigger picture, fans can appreciate Gregory Isaacs not just for the scandalous details of his life, but for the depth of his artistry, the emotion behind his voice, and the lessons his experiences provide. His story is a reminder that while public fascination may focus on personal drama, true legacy is measured by influence, contribution, and the ability to touch hearts across generations. Gregory Isaacs' story is a mix of genius, love, struggle, and humanity. A reminder that even legends are flawed, complex people. From his groundbreaking music to the decades of rumors and personal drama, his life continues to fascinate fans around the world. June Isaacs' honesty gave clarity to a story long clouded by speculation, showing that truth and love can coexist with imperfection. As you listen to his songs or explore his legacy, remember the man behind the music, a talent who lived fully, loved deeply, and left a mark that will not fade anytime soon.